guys, Romie here. So this is the recap for the 100 Season 3 episode, episode 12, entitled Demons. Now, again, we first lost Lexa, then we had to go and lose Lincoln, and now we're losing Sinclair. Yes, if you didn't see the episode, Sinclair gets killed off in this episode. If you don't really remember who Sinclair is, remember he's the older guy who's pretty much been like a father figure to Raven. Yeah, they decided to just kill him off as well. I'm like, so there was a bunch of people you could have just axed, and you have to axe the ones that we like. I'm so upset about Lexa and Lincoln. Anyway, the episode starts off where part of Arcadia is being taken out. And when I mean taken out, I mean literally being taken out. As of now, the rest of the group, the main characters, the main group of Arcadia, have no idea that this is going on, or who the person could be, because again, they have no idea what's going on. Clark is giving this whole pep talk of, I know a way how we can get Lexa, Lexa's death won't be in vain, and how we'll be able to stop the AI. Essentially, they're going to use Luna. Luna is the person who was in Mount Weather that actually is also part of, technically, I guess you can say, the royal bloodline. And so that's why... Oh, side note, is Luna the woman that Murphy's dating? Or am I just... Are just things like in my head all discombobbled? Either way, it's just a complete other mess. Right now, they're back at Arcadia. And Arcadia is abandoned because, as you know, Thelonious and the AI decided to go and take everyone. Everyone is officially gone. No one has survived. And I'm just like... Thelonious. He's one of those characters that I was hoping would get killed off. They're killing off everyone else except for him. When does he eventually die? When does he eventually die? Anyway, Octavia, who, again, I appreciate the fact that Octavia actually looks like the Octavia that we got in Season 1 again, and not like the grounder, dirty Octavia. I'm like, oh, I forgot how cute she was. I was like, oh, okay. Okay, Octavia, okay. I see you again. I see you again. Unfortunately, we had to lose Lincoln, but I see you again. And she's bugging out because she's in Lincoln's quarters, and it's hitting her. It's hitting her, and she's feeling a certain way about the fact that he's dead. She never really got to mourn him, and it looks like she can't start now because she finds a journal, and she realizes, okay, I think I might know where they are, type of thing. Jasper's trying to be consoling, but Jasper, ever since his girlfriend died, Jasper hasn't been able to do much of anything. And you know what? I'm tired of it. This is wartime. You have to be more so like Octavia than less like Jasper. Because Octavia, she's doing what needs to be done in order to get things handled, in order to protect the people that she loves, including herself. You are doing nothing. You pretty much are like a statue. Anyway, we get past that, and Murphy, of course, sees his girlfriend, like I told you, out in the marketplace. He goes, meet me back. Meet me in the back, and I'll tell you what's going on. So he goes, brings her into his chambers, because, remember, he's now officially the new Flamekeeper. He's the new Flamekeeper because the fake Hela needs to use his intelligence in order to keep herself in power and have no one question her. Right now, they're trying to figure out, okay, how the hell are they going to go and stop Lexa? Well, Clark shows them the AI chip, and once they speak this Latin code, of course, Sinclair figured it out. Excuse me. Sinclair figured it out. It activated. It put Raven in a trance. And if you guys don't remember, this thing is one of those things where if you're not a part of the original bloodline, then your ass is dead. You are dead. You are dead to the ground. There is no way for you to come back from it. Now keep that in mind, because I'm like, okay, we already know that. Why did they put such an emphasis on that? They need to literally showcase a situation where one of the friends would have been in danger. I'm like, Lord Jesus. Clark, again, messes up in her usual Clark fashion. Clark does something stupid like she usually does. Clark went and remember, she didn't save that guy, but she thought essentially rot in hell, essentially rot on their planet Earth, and she didn't think that was going to come back to bite her in the butt. Remember, the mountain man who she killed all of his people, he wanted revenge, and she was like, oh, well, you know what? Killing you would be too good for you. And so she figured, why don't I go and let him live out his days on planet Earth without his people? Clark, again, is the prime reason why most of the people that we actually like or cared about die. She's doing too much. She is the prime example of she does one thing right and screws up everything else. Emerson. Emerson is the guy who she let go, and now he's coming back to kill everyone. Clark goes and she's able to fake it. I'm like, okay, shout out to Clark for being a survivor. I was hoping something like a smoke bomb wouldn't take her out, and she was able to run outside to Bellamy. But long story short, everyone else will be captured by Emerson. It's only a matter of time. And Murphy's still talking with his girl, and she's just like, okay, so you still love me, what's going on? He tells her about the fact that, you know, he's the new Flamekeeper. He has to do what he needs to do in order to stay alive. Because the chick is crazy. She's bonkers. His girlfriend loves the history and the mythology behind all of this. And he's kind of surprised by it. Sinclair dies because of Clark. No. Emerson goes and targets Raven and Sinclair. Emerson tells Raven, okay, go and hide, essentially. Well, Raven gets hit, but then he's like, go and hide. Raven hides in the rover. And as a result, Sinclair is fighting Emerson, and Emerson kills Sinclair because he stabs Sinclair. He stabs poor Sinclair. Sinclair literally has done nothing to nobody, and I'm getting mad. I'm getting so mad. Sinclair has literally done nothing to no one. Clark is going to enact some type of plan in order to get Emerson to trip up somehow. Clark really thinks she's doing the damn thing. She really thinks that she's doing the damn thing and that she's effective. Thelonious pops up out of nowhere, and he's just like, you know what? You have a traitor in your midst. Him! You need to get rid of him. You need to get rid of him right now. I'm just like, Thelonious, you're the traitor. And of course, because this new fake Hada is so weak-minded that in order to keep herself in power, she's willing to do anything. So as soon as she finds out that Murphy really isn't on her side, that Murphy is just biding his time, that Murphy has went and divulged the fact that she's not truly the new Hada, divulging a huge weakness in her, she has to let him go. She's like, guards, take him away. And this way, because Murphy didn't know it, but his girlfriend has been taken over. She has seen the light, as they say. And I do feel a little bad because I was starting to like Murphy a little bit more. But again, Murphy's a fighter. He's not just going to go and crawl and die. But Clark goes, and because Bellamy was like, I have your back. I have your back. I'm on your side. And they find everyone else because, again, Emerson has everyone. Everyone except for Clark and Murphy. So he's just like, and by the way, the imagery that they used where it was like people were tied up and everyone else was tied to the ground, I was like, this scene it was intense. It was intense. And it was just like, of course, he was holding Octavia captive with a knife to her throat, and he was actually cutting her open. So Bellamy was like, no, this is where I draw the line, Clark. You're going to have to do this on your own. Bellamy, he goes and gives himself up, and Clark goes, and she is like, you know what? I give up as well. I give up as well. I can't do this. I cannot do this. Of course, Clark plays dead, and then she starts to try and fight back because Emerson went and locked them in the airlock. So he's going to suffocate them to death. Now, he's also trying to do the same thing by choking Clark out. And he was like, no, I don't want you dead yet. I want you to see your friends die. To see and know what I felt so that you can understand it. And at this point, Clark is seeing them die and she's over it. So she has to enact a plan. It's like, I have to save them. I have to do something. I have to do something. So Clark goes and that they made sure to put emphasis on the fact that if the AI gets put into someone who isn't of the royal bloodline, that they'll die. So of course, Clark knows the terms, she has the AI, so she uses it on him, and the thing essentially kills him from the inside out. I mean, it probably like crushed all of his organs because he was just bleeding out. So there is that. Cloud to Clark. She gets some points for that. Bellamy goes and gets Lincoln's body and gives it to Octavia, which was weird because I'm like, Lincoln was bigger than Bellamy. So how the hell is Bellamy carrying Lincoln? Again, they didn't show us Lincoln when Bellamy was actually carrying him. They showed us Lincoln once he was on the ground. So I'm like, okay, freeze, roll out, and then put the real person in. See, I see everything. Now, aside from that, oh yeah, please like, comment, subscribe. I always forget to say that. They go and they burn Sinclair and Lincoln's bodies. They burn them because it's like, we're still in this together. We have to figure out a way to do this. And right now, we all can't be together. So they split up into two groups. The group that's going to go out into battle, which of course isn't going to include Monty, because Monty isn't about that life. He just lost his mom, so he's still over it. And he still feels a certain way about Jasper and how Jasper behaves, so he's not allowing Jasper to be his friend right now. So Jasper's like, there's nothing for me here, I'm in. So Jasper goes with Bellamy and Clark, and basically virtually everyone else stays back in order to protect them because, let's be real, Monty can't do much. Mentally, yes, but Raven could do a lot more physically, and the fact that she has one leg that's borderline paralyzed, she can do more than Monty. That says a lot. But I'm sorry. I just had to put it out there. Love Monty, but... And the last scene that we get is where we get that weak, fake, fraudulent Haida going, and I'm not even using her real name because I refuse. She goes and she gives up her throne to the AI. I'm like, you went and you killed kids and you did all this foolery just so that you could go and give up your throne because you thought you would get real power. I'm done. Please like, comment, subscribe. Come back next week. Let me know what you think about the 100 this season.